I'm so excited to share with you this week what I'm cooking for my family of 7 for breakfast. I love to cook seasonally and highlighting all those delicious fresh fruits and vegetables. My corn is not quite in season, but the fact that it's almost corn season means that I need to finish using up what I have in my freezer. So I thought today for breakfast, why don't we make some corn fritter sandwiches, if you will. So I'm starting off here with, I think I'm gonna actually triple my recipe. So I'll do 6 cups of thawed corn. I'm actually gonna come in with my pastry blender and just smash these up a little bit. I don't want too big of kernels because that makes it harder for them to hold their shape when fried. And then we're gonna add 6 eggs, but I'm gonna whisk them separately before adding them into the corn. Then we need 3/4 of a cup of flour. So I'm gonna go ahead and mill some hard white wheat berries. We'll add the flour and then 3 teaspoons salt. I'm using Redmond's real salt, along with 3 teaspoons baking powder, and then 6 tablespoons cream. And then we'll grab just a little bit of pepper. Not all my kids like pepper, so I'm just doing, I don't know, half a teaspoon or so. We'll mix that all together and then we'll fry it like pancakes in butter. You know what, with my corn being so juicy, I'm gonna go ahead and add another, about a 1/4 cup, making it more like 1 cup. Basically, you want it to be essentially like a pancake batter, so you might just want to eye that a little bit depending on how juicy your corn is. All right, corn fritters are finally fried up. These smell delicious. I wish I could let you smell them through the camera, but little note on that, sometimes corn fritters can be a little bit soft, and for this I want them to have a little bit more structure, so low and slow is the key for those. Next up, I'm gonna go ahead and heat up some chipped ham. This is pork that was raised here on the farm. I'm gonna spread that in the same skillet now, and then shred a little bit of cheese on top just till the cheese gets nice and melty. For our toppings, I have a bit of leftover pico de gallo from dinner last night. We have some avocado, and then for the sauce, I just blended together cottage cheese, heavy cream, salt, and then stirred in some herbs. It's supposed to be another hot summer day here, and so we're gonna do something really light and delicious and refreshing. To start off, I'm just gonna thickly slice my watermelon. And then we'll just cut them like pizza slices. I mixed up a batch of yogurt yesterday and strained it and just popped it in the fridge before bed. So I'm going to whisk it up to get it nice and smooth now. We'll add a little bit of vanilla bean paste, maybe a little bit of honey, and then we'll be ready to spread that on our watermelons. Ready to assemble. So I would do this just with whatever fruit is in season. For us right now, blueberries are in season. I wish I would have had time to go pick raspberries because we also have raspberries waiting to be picked outside. And then I also have some ripe bananas here that need to be used. So first we'll do a layer of our yogurt. And we'll just spread that on, top it with the fruit as well as some granola for crunch. To serve these, and by the way, I also found a peach. So we had some with peaches as well. We're gonna do a slice. I hard-boiled a bunch of eggs this morning to add a little more protein to our breakfast. Sprinkle it with a little bit of salt and pepper for those that want. And that is a delicious summer breakfast idea, which by the way, if you are hosting a brunch or something like that, it would be really fun to set this up as a buffet. Just have a bunch of yogurt slices, yogurt, and different fruit and topping options would be beautiful as well. On the menu this morning is a summer-inspired Dutch baby. So I'm going to start off with, I have my stove hot here, just about ready to pop my cast iron pan with some butter in it so that can melt a while. But first, let's grind up some wheat berries. I'm going to need 3/4 cup of this for my 10-inch skillet. We're gonna throw everything into the blender for this, so it makes super easy cleanup as well. But to start, I'm just gonna crack 3 large eggs into the blender. We'll blend that until it's nice and foamy before adding the rest of the ingredients. Three-quarter cup whole milk, about a teaspoon of lemon zest, 2 tablespoons maple syrup, and then a pinch of salt, and we'll just blend this all together till it's smooth. And then this batter is actually best if you let it sit for a couple minutes. So I'm gonna just let her be while our butter melts in the skillet in the oven. For toppings here, to add a little bit of a summer twist, I made some lemon curd sweetened with honey, and then we're topping it with some fresh in-season blueberries, and that looks delicious. Final little finishing touch, I'm gonna drizzle a little bit of homemade yogurt over top. I just popped it in this icing bag to get a nice little drizzle. But that is breakfast this morning. Breakfast is ready. Yeah, but you set him down, Hudson, and you can share yours. Yeah. You're welcome. Growing up, my mom often made verenice, and basically what that was a cottage cheese filled pierogi, and they were delicious, always such a treat for our family. Then sometimes we did a lazy man version of that, if you will. Basically, she made these crepes and we put the cottage cheese filling in there and we baked it instead. But something that I've been doing recently that's kind of a twist even on that is also cottage cheese roll-ups, if you will, but we are gonna use egg crepes. And I made these on here not too long ago, but basically to start off with here, I'm just gonna take about a dozen to a dozen and a half eggs here, throw in a little bit of salt and pepper and blend these up, and that's gonna be our batter for the crepe part. I'm gonna drizzle a little bit of avocado oil in my pan, and then we'll just fry our eggs here like crepes. While my crepes are frying, I'm gonna go ahead and work on my filling. So I have a bunch of cottage cheese here. This is a dry curd cottage cheese. I'm gonna add just a couple of eggs to this. It helps it kind of hold itself together a little better, and then we'll also add a little salt and pepper to this, and that will be the filling for the crepes. Then I'm gonna assemble these like burritos essentially. So we'll just put a little bit of the cottage cheese mixture down the middle, roll it up, and then I'm gonna pop this in the oven while I work on the gravy. While that bakes, I'm gonna go ahead and start on our sausage gravy. We're gonna go super basic with this. I don't like the casing in my gravy, so I just squish out the ground sausage out of the ends of it, and we're gonna cook that down, add a little bit of flour to thicken, some milk or cream, and that's pretty much all that there's to it. to hear in the description box below what you are cooking for your family this week. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll look forward to seeing you next time. Bye, friends.